Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
On second and very short, Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 43.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Draw play. This is Hines. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be second and 10.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. Out of the gun, Brissett. And he's got Rodgers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Brissett. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, and that'll bring up second down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
On third down, Brissett. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Vince Biegel, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50. And let's get this.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Ballage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run it with Ballage. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll run here with Ballage. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Let's go, defense.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because The receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. There's a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Check, 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 check.
Running the sweep, Hilton with it. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Ready? 52, Mike, 52. Coming this way, here we go, here we go, here we go.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Colts 3, Dolphins nothing.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. To throw is Brissett. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Fitzpatrick now. This is caught by Williams. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now Balaj. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
This is the money.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Now a handoff looking right. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. Now Fitzpatrick on 4th down. And it's caught by Parker. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And to give this time to the tailback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Throwing on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick on the right side. Open is Gesicki. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now Fitzpatrick, his throw incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On 2nd down now, Laird, and he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Albert Wilson there to make the grab, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded at the goal line. Will be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
52's the mic. Watch the run.
Here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Brissett now. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Let's go.
A first down throw for Brissett. To the right side to Eric Ebron. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Brissett. Ebron with it over the middle. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And in the air once more, it's Brissett. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Brissett to throw on first. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, Brissett. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Brissett sets to throw it. They'll run the screen with Mack. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw, Brissett. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
On 2nd and goal, Brissett. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are going to jump back in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals.
Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Does the big boy have the juice? But he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 3 on the play, but with it, time has run out on the first half of play. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Let's go, Danny! Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Danny. Check.
Again, it's Balaj. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Balaj, 66 yards. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A run by Mack to start the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. And the catch made by Hilton. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Well, they opted not to run it. They completed the pass on 3rd and 2, but they lost yardage to bring up 4.
Well, give credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They snuffed out the play. But it does bring into question, 1, the play call, because they didn't run the ball there. They could have run it. And 2, just not getting it. That's got to be deflating for them.
Davis now to return it. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Dolphin football. They'll run on 1st down. Laird. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Mike 50. Wait, 80.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
To throw is Fitzpatrick. Going deep here for Parker. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the 2nd half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Matt Hawk now, standing just outside his own goal line. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Returnable here for Davis. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On first down, Laird. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll stay on the ground. Balazs again. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. There's just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick throwing complete, and he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Fitzpatrick. And he completes it to Wilson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Let's go, baby.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Brissett now 14 out of 17, 82%. And it's 1st and 10. Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
To try again after the sack, Brissett. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
So how many more years are we going to define this position as running back? I really feel like we're evolving into something else because they have to be such a hybrid, don't they? Guys who can run it, but they love to have those guys with hands like a wide receiver.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing, Brissett. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 16.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Colts.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chester Rogers that time, but now it'll be 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Vinatieri's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, When they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where that came from.
The Dolphins on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Wilson's got it complete. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Now, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as he'll be left with a 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
The Dolphins on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. It away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Here's Brissett looking deep for Hilton. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 43 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Brissett. Short little throw to Ebron. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This is Hines. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Here's Hines. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So here comes the trusty, battle-tested Adam Vinatieri for a big kick. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20, 10, and he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. They'll look to throw, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. He'll look to throw. Complete to Hilton. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Brissett looks to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
And the Colts, 1st down.
One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the Colts now down on the scoreboard. A little over 30 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. This to Hines on the drop-off.
Complete to Nyheim Hines. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Dolphins' 32-yard line.
Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any, but they definitely had a chance.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.